Denied H-1B for years, unable to return home. A 30-year-old Indian man dies in the United States. The friends cite mounting stress on him. This is the news I saw recently. This came up recently last week. And I thought that, I want to talk about it. What happened? Let's see. A 30-year-old Indian man, 30-year-old, right, pretty young here, has died in the United States after suffering a cardiac arrest. It's even though it's pretty common these days to have a cardiac arrest, even if though you are young, this is then also like 30-year-old, pretty young, and those raising funds to repatriate his body, which is so hard to read this, right? So the people who are doing raising funds say prolonged visa stress played a significant role in his emotional struggles. This is important to see, right? He had emotional struggles, and the important piece that happened was visa stress, which played an important role. I will touch upon this as we move forward. This is an important topic today. I hope that you are able to stay with me till the end of the video, because I want to talk about this. I feel very intensely about this. I really want to share a lot of things that I want to talk about. Okay, what happened here? Sasikant Reddy, who moved to the United States in 2018 for higher studies and completed a double master's degree, which is great, right? I mean, he would have completed his bachelor's degree in India and then came to the US, completed one master's degree, and then did another master's, double master's degree. And that would have taken, a lot of funds out of it. Paying the fees is not easy. So he would have paid fees for one master's, then would have paid fees for the second master's, and a master's takes, I think, about 1.5 to 2 years standard. So about 3 to 4 years he would have spent in doing the double master's degree. What they are saying, had repeatedly applied for an H-1B visa, the work visa, but was never selected in the lottery system, which is pretty common, right? If you are aware of how the US visa works, getting picked in the H-1B lottery is by luck, right? That's why it's a lottery, and it's very tough. You get few chances, a couple of chances. If you don't, then you have to go back to your home country. So it's pretty common that there are a lot of people who had to go through it. So unfortunately he was also one of that. Now, according to a fundraiser set up by the friends and family, the fundraiser to take his body, the repeated disappointments of not getting picked and long periods of visa uncertainty left him under a great deal of stress, especially because he had not been able to return home to India for nearly 8 years. Wow. So that means that he was here for 8 years, and he could not travel to India for the entire period of 8 years, and that took a toll on him, had a great deal of stress because he was not able to return home, which is a little strange looking at how the immigration works. If you have a valid visa, it's possible that you can travel to your home country and return back. If you have a valid visa, you can go and take stamping and everything. If he had not been selected in the H1 lottery, then probably he would be on the student visa, right? F1 visa if he has done the masters. But situation may be different, right? Immigration works differently. He must be working and then getting time out from work, and all that things are tough. So probably that may be the situation. But I know a lot of people who cannot travel because of visa things, but like sometime 8 years is a long period of time that he could not do it. Now what they are saying next, he reportedly worked long hours. So he was working long hours and persisted in pursuing his goals. That's great, right? So he was pretty good academically. He was really sincere trying to pursue his goals. But on Feb 16th, he complained of a chest pain and was rushed to the hospital, where he later died. The fundraiser seeks support to transport his body back to India and help his grieving parents with the final rites. It's very difficult to read and talk about it, but I feel very strongly about it. I know very few people talk about it, and many times these news come and nobody actually scans through this and nobody talks about it. But I have seen this for years and years. And that's why I want to kind of talk about it, because this is not a one-off kind of incidents that happens with the stress that happens for anyone who is out of his home country. Now, I just want to make sure I will talk about it. I have seen a lot of my friends. I just want to make sure that in this video, I don't want to this is a sensitive topic. I'm just, sharing the news which is there, but I don't want to make anyone disappointed by, this is a sensitive topic. I just want to make sure that I'm not, saying anything wrong. But I want to talk to students or the early career professionals, if you are in your 20s or 30s, or even if you are older and you know someone who is the kind of, your younger brother or your, sibling or your kids. Think of me like, older brother who has seen this for years and years. So if you are in your 20s and 30s, listen to this very carefully. I really hope that you are listening to this. I have seen lot of my friends who have gone through the struggle of immigration. I have gone through this, yes, but I have seen a lot of my friends who are not able to cope up with it. I remember talking with them, they crying on phone, and my friends, I felt bad. You can imagine, right? Your friends calling on phone and you're talking with them and they're crying, they are saying ki, what would happen with me now? I don't know what will I do. And I always told them that, if you are going through this, why don't you talk about this with your family, right? Your family whom you are missing so badly, you talk with them and tell them what is happening. बता दो यार उनको कि क्या हो रहा है, मम्मी मेरे साथ ऐसे हो रहा है मुझे. But every time I talked with them, majority of them said they will not understand. They will not understand. They will always think that everything is good. They are already under pressure because I have taken loan initially from them. And if I tell them that I want to go back, then that will be added pressure for them. And I feel if you are going through this, if you are feeling the heat and you are feeling the stress and the pressure, the best thing that you can do is talk with your close people in India or your home country, your parents or sibling, anyone to whom you can tell that this is what I'm going through and this is the stress I'm going through. Because if you're sharing that, then only it is easier for them to understand. The other thing that my friends told me is, if I tell them and if there is no other option for me than to go back, the stress is that you have to go back, right? If I have to go back, I will be a loser. सब मुझे मतलब लूजर की तरह देखेंगे मुझे कि क्या बहुत मतलब ये करके गया था तू यूएस में और अभी लूजर बन गया तू, तो अभी वापस जाके क्या करूँगा मैं, वापस तो नहीं जा सकता मैं इंडिया. This is what a lot of my friends actually told me when I was talking with them. And this is a sensitive thing. I understand everyone's family is different, but understand that your life is the most important thing. The most important thing that you have is your life. And anything else comes after that. Even if they don't understand, just think of them if something happens to you. Just think of them. What would they feel like if something happens to you and then they are looking at you? They would not want to see that stage, right? That you are no longer alive. कि तुम जिंदा ही नहीं हो, वो मतलब can you imagine what they have to go through? So I would say वो नाराज होंगे, गुस्सा होंगे, but just make sure that मतलब जाने तो जाने, try to talk with them, go back. The other thing I would say is when you are in US, or US or any other country, understand that this is very common. This is very common. It's not that you are going through it and everyone else. Even though it looks like everyone else is doing well and everyone is pretty chilled out and enjoying their life, it's difficult. Everyone is going through the life is here is tough, right? If you are in home country, you are in India or whatever country you are looking at, and you have the dreams of, say, if I am going to US or UK, what life I would have, क्या चकाचौंध रहेगी, घर गाड़ी बंगला, क्या नहीं होगा, बड़ी बड़ी मतलब कंपनी में काम करेंगे, डॉलर में कमाएंगे. This is also what it is. This is also the part of it. You have to do all your work, you have to earn, you have to do your laundry, you have to do your dishes, you have to clean, you have to cook your food, you have to do your grocery. There is nobody to help you out. If you are sick, there is nobody to help you out. You have your friend circle or something, but there is nobody, no relatives or anyone who is going to come and help you. It's tough, it's stressful. And that's why I feel that if you are going through this, and if you feel that this is stressful, understand that others are also going through it. I typically, when I was, at that time, early time when I was going through this difficult phase of all that, we as friends used to talk with each other on this. We used to talk with each other. I used to talk with my, my close people in India for hours and hours. 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours call I have done with them, just to take my pressure out and just tell them that this is what it is. I feel stressed, and then eventually it started to slow down. But on at the end of it, at total end of it, I would just want you to understand, if you are in US or you are anywhere and if you feel you are stressed कि अब ये बहुत ही हो रहा है यार, मुझसे नहीं होगा, अभी ये नहीं हो सकता मुझसे, अब ये बहुत ही ज़्यादा हो रहा है, यू आर at it from all the angles, सभी मतलब there is all the pressure you have, remember that there is option of leaving that and going and then starting afresh. There is no one stopping you doing that. I understand there are a lot of angles to it. You would have loans, you would have all these things, but those can work out if it comes to your life. It is too much to handle, just leave that out and try to go back to your family and try to help them out. That's what I want to say. I know this is a sensitive topic. I apologize if anybody, if I have offended anyone or something, but I feel really intense about it, very intensely about it, that it's important. If you are in your early career or any time, I just want you to understand, if it is tough for you at the time, there is an option to give that up and have a normal life. It's okay. Having if you are not able to handle the pressure, it's not that you are a loser. And as I said, it's pretty common. Talk about it. Talk with your friends, talk with your family, and if you are going through it, if you are okay, share that in the comments. I'm pretty sure that there are a lot of people who have gone through it or who are going through it, or who know a lot of people who would have gone through this stress. Do share that in the comments, because there are going to be a lot of people who would understand and relate to it, so that they don't feel alone, because the important part of it is we feel alone during this journey. So we don't want that to happen.